Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. It's Friday. Somebody might be in the Ring of Honor. Might be. Oh, no, hold on. I don't tap too hard, Knicks. Don't do that. We are definitely, y'all see the captain hat again. We're definitely the captains of the NFC East. I mean, we won it. We're number two seed the whole nine.
Yep. Yep.
But are we going to be the captains of not the East, but the NFC conference?
Yes.
Inquiry minds want to know. With that being said, playoff edition sees everything. Man, it's up and it's stuck, ladies and gentlemen. Wild card round, Pick Six Sports is in the building live. Let's go.
BJ Nix, are you here?
Present.
Do we have
Present.
Spoonie, Timothy Spoonie?
Present, sir.
Margaret and Mary. Do we have a Margaret and Mary?
Yes. And the
All right.
margaritas.
All class here. We're ready. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Marie who lost the football, and the Cowboys have it. It's Parsons on top of it.
I got to be honest real quick. Let me kind of set the mood for a second. And obviously we've been through this season, the new intro, the whole nine. We do one new every year. It just kind of dawned on me here as we're on the eve of the playoffs, the wild card round. That song that pivots to the countdown, right? Mama said knock you out. Pause for a second. Walk with me, if you will. Walk with me for a second. Remember, for those that are old enough to understand and get it, LL Cool J's career was way up, and then it was kind of what's going on with LL, and then he came back. He came back with the "Mama said knock you out," concept of the grandma, whatever. The Cowboys and entering into year three, right? 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. But all the imprints, the fingerprints, if you will, of Jason Garrett's coaching staff are completely removed. The energy, and I've talked about it from week one, it's different. And that just hit me a little different all of a sudden, Spoon. Mama said knock you out. It's different a little bit, man. We didn't understand it back in the time, but now we went through the whole course of the season and here we are. Man, it gets me a little bit hyped. I mean, I'm already hyped anyway. It's playoff weekend, right? I'm already hyped anyways. I mean, shout out to the Rich Gang in the building. Mendoza, TC. I know we got to add some other people, man. Salute to the Wrench Gang for sure. We're going to get that up here in the offseason for sure. Y'all know the draft content, everything else we do is coming. However, that shit don't matter because then it's up and it's stuck, and we are in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. 3 years in a row. Been a long time. Should have lived you. We ain't heard that in a while. 3 years in a row, man. Exciting times here in Cowboys Nation. Let me spin the block Spoon, how we doing this Friday, brother?
Well, I'm here in Johnson. I can't wait. Can't wait for tomorrow, for Sunday's game.
Man,
Real cheese in the house.
my man.
Real cheese.
Yeah, Bruce. Hey, TC, we got to get Bruce. I'm with you. We got, yeah. I got to do that. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna spin the. I'm gonna see if I can do it right now in real time. Let me see. I got a new phone. I don't know if I can get there. I'm gonna see because Bruce definitely. We already co-signed it. We got him out there. We got him on the wrench game for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Dom, you was on the burgers earlier, cooking on them coals, the whole nine. Dom, how we doing this Friday, brother?
I'm on struggle bus.
What you why?
Them eyes low. I'm ready to hit the bed.
Hold on, the burgers got you?
Them kids got me, man. Them kids.
You just got back into the swing of things. Come on now.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. Lethargy from the Christmas break. But no, I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to see our Cowboys dominate on Sunday. So let's get after it.
That part. Mariella. Man, how we doing?
Yeah. Oh, I'm great. Like, I don't know if it's because, they wrapped up the number 2 seed or what, but I've been sleeping so good this week. I've been sleeping by like 9:30, just belly full and passed out all week long. I've been in such a good mood. All my packages came on time. Like,
hold on.
off on
Mary,
Monday.
Wait, Mary. The Packers came out on something. Hold on. I just found something. Because mine are not.
So I'm living good right now. I'm like 12 days into dry January, and I feel great. It's been great, man.
Well. First and foremost, Jones, yes, Captain. You already know the drill, man. We kept the NFC East. Dry January. Well, that's because you drowned it in December.
Yeah, I did. I definitely needed a break. Yeah, definitely.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, look, I couldn't look into it right now. I'm working with the bank channels OTC. We're getting Bruce up here for sure. We're going to definitely again pause. We got business to handle. We understand that. We got a lot of content. Y'all know from us rocking last year and draft time and everything else. Man, we're gonna ramp up the page. We got a lot of things coming here on the channel, I should say. And getting some of these mods up, wrench games definitely gonna grow. We can't wait for it. So definitely it's gonna go down. I can't do it right now. Oh, sorry, try to do it, but we got it rocking. Oh, I got some simple math here. Y'all, I like simple math. Y'all like simple math?
Yes.
Dom,
Yeah.
It's simple math.
Love it.
So the Cowboys currently are on a how many game win streak?
Ooh.
2.
Two, right? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Won 2 straight?
Yep.
Hey, for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl, how many they got to win?
3. Well, 4 straight.
They gotta have 4 in order.
4. 3 to get there, 4 to get 4 total.
What's 2 plus? Oh, hold on. How do I do it in here? What's 2 plus 4?
6 rings, baby.
6 straight to get the 6th Lombardi. I like simple math, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna be honest with you. 6 straight to get number 6. Y'all see the drill, man. How about them Cowboys?
I'll take
Jimmy
that.
Johnson.
I like
Come
that.
on, man. 6 straight to get 6. Man, let's go. Let's go. This show might be very indifferent for those who have been long-term listeners, for those that are here. Welcome to the channel. We are, we go through the analytics, Dom. We talk about, hey, this team, that team, hey, what's going on here? We've enjoyed the ride.
Yes.
We went out here. We've done our due diligence. Mary Spoonie delivering the sermons. We paused him last week. Said no, Spoon, no. Hold that to this week. I can't wait. I cannot wait for Spoon tonight. We paused him last week, and I got to see the look on his face. Was like, Spoon, don't do that tonight. Wait. And Spoon's like, I was so ready. Oh, but I can't wait to see what he delivers on the sermon tonight when we wrap up the show. Yeah, like, and let's be damned, man, it's playoff time. It's playoff time. And at a certain point every single season, you know who the team is. You understand what it is. You know what they need to do to get over the hump, the whole 9. And we've been that way for 2 or 3 or so weeks now on this channel in general. Look, we ain't got to really stretch it out. To beat the Packers, what do the Cowboys have to do?
I mean, we just need to do what we've been doing. Really, I mean, let Dak run that offense. I liked the way Tony Pollard ran last week. He seemed like he looked more like his old self last week. I know it was just the Washington Commanders, but we've been wanting to see more of how he looked pre-injury, and I really liked how he ran. So I think the Packers defense can be had both ways, man. And I say we just keep doing what we've been doing.
Say both ways?
Yeah.
Pause. Shout out to Professor. I just say pause. Professor will be so disappointed in me right now by saying pause. Dom, using the space only the whole nine. I mean, here we are. We're lining up this week. Packers coming into town. Man, what the Cowboys got to do, man?
Cowboys need to be the good Cowboys. They cannot show up being the bad Cowboys. And when we say the good Cowboys, it's that team that has 9 All-Pros on the team.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
It's the team that's got a Super Bowl winning coach. It's a team that's got the best quarterback in the league this year overall. It's the team that is paying attention to the detail. It's a team that's very disciplined. It's a team that shows up. So if that good Dallas Cowboy team shows up, the Green Bay Packers shouldn't be a problem. And just like I told you guys earlier, who was in the space, and I've mentioned this even on Twitter, it's like I'm not even going to go study a single team in this playoff that we're playing. Why not? Well, because I already know who the Cowboys are. We know who these other teams are. There's not a team in the NFC right now that I'm truly concerned about if the good Cowboy team shows up. But time will only tell. We just did the simple math, and so we know what that math is on how they need to show up to be able to get to the Super Bowl and actually do damage in that game. But you got to take it one step at a time. That's the Green Bay Packers. Nice little team. Every team that makes it to the playoffs is deserving. They should be there. However, this Cowboys team, if they show up, they can do exactly what Spoonie says at the end of every show. Let's dominate. Let's celebrate.
Yeah.
10-4. Spoon. We've enjoyed the ride, Spoon. Me and you, in particular, Mary, you was there 2 years ago, Wildcard round. We were in the building. It was brick. I put up on Spoon. Spoon said he come from Brooklyn, came down. He's like, it's brick as shit. Excuse my language. I'm like, that's what we do.
Yeah, it was cold.
And currently, right now, here in the Green East Texas area, it's brick right now.
It's
But
cold.
Spoon, here we are. Yeah, that part. But Spoon, here we are. Here we are. 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. Here we are at home with the Packers coming in. Talk to me, Goose.
Kick their fucking ass.
Oh, okay.
That's just it. That's plain. That's just plain simple. We got to get in there. We at home field. You understand? We understand there's a storyline with our head coach and Mike McCarthy, right? But his past situation in Green Bay. We need to get in there and show a statement. Hell, there's some guys not even an All-Pro list that should be on that list. We have guys who should have a bigger stat line, but they don't because they're being held back. So we need to get in there in that stadium, protect our house, turn Dallas home crowd into the house of pain. Turn it to the house of pain and let the Green Bay Packers be the first team to feel it. And while we wait for the next round, you get in there, as Miss Mary said, you throw that ball, let Dak, a.k.a. should be MVP, Dak Prescott, go to work. Keep doing what you're doing with CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jake Ferguson, all the other receivers, and just go to work. Everything that you have done the last 2 games for us to win 2 in a row, you continue it on. There's no changes. There's nothing. The advantage, in my opinion, that we're going to have versus Green Bay, they never really had a strong schedule. They're not good against the run. This could be a Tony Pollard / Rico Dowdle show. But at the end of the day, you started with your strength. You throw that ball. You throw that ball to open up the run. You just be physical. You put them to bed early, and like Dom said, I always say, you dominate the game, we'll celebrate after that, and we'll wait for Monday night to see who will be our next opponent. Plain simple.
Mm. Mm. I feel that. I feel that. You know, I'm taking time. Uh, and y'all know me. I tuned out the big letter networks and everything over the past 4 years. Into the fourth season now, and we have these conversations here. But we're on the social media spectrum, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it now, and we kind of we hear things and we see things, and we kind of know what they're talking about without wasting all of our time to go look at it. It's just interesting, and the one thing that I find interesting was if we go back to last year for a second, and we're going to Tampa, and we can pull up the graphics and everything. Oh, the Cowboys. No way. On the road, grass, Tom Brady, they beat him already. No way they can win that. No way. Then we go and monkey stomp them. That's what happened. Well, they were supposed to win. The Bucks shouldn't even been in the playoffs. Oh my God. That's what happened. And then we get to this year. We fast forward this year. There's some things we're going to talk about tonight, as I said from week one, that it's different, and we've all kind of conversed about it, that we'll get into. And now I hear, well, I mean, the Packers playing with house money. They weren't supposed to be here. They're the youngest team in the NFL. Oh my God. And the Cowboys, they have so much baggage.
Yeah, that's
They
the
have so
one.
much baggage. I
That's the
mean,
one.
you know, that winning in the playoffs. Well, let's be clear. They win the playoffs unless they play San Francisco. I mean, if we're being honest. Neither here nor there. Uh, 28 years baggage. Wait, pause. Hey, real quick. Hey, when's the last time the Packers made it to a Super Bowl? What
Since
year?
the last time they won.
Yeah,
McCarthy.
well, yeah. What year was that though? I'm just
2010,
asking you.
2011.
20. Oh, that's 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
No baggage there. No baggage there though, y'all. No baggage. No baggage. No baggage. It's funny how the baggage versus no baggage. The only baggage that's on the Cowboys is what the big little networks
Yeah, it's what y'all
put
put
on the
on them.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's it. You
100%.
think any of these guys in the locker room right now? Whoa, pause. Which, by the way, they're the youngest team, right? That's what we heard.
We're the second
Who?
youngest.
Ah,
That's the craziest thing.
second
When
youngest team.
when I saw that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? They're talking all this about them being so young and their minds are free and all this other stuff." And it's like we are almost as young as them. They're not even like a full year younger. It's
Mhm.
like 8, 9 months or
8 months.
something.
8 months. Oh, and by the way, the second youngest team has not 1 but 2 years of playoff experience.
Yeah.
What are we doing? But again, they don't want to tell those stories. They want to build it a certain way, and I'm just like, guys, Dom? What are we doing? What are we doing, Dom? With this narrative being ran here? Is it this? Look, is it just a star text? That's what we're dealing with. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it's the way that they drum up views,
Mm-mm.
drum up, controversy, drum up viewership some more, try to knock us down. I mean, it's the same old thing. It's the same old thing. Like before the season started, we actually said that we were going to do like predictors weeks in advance, and we really fell off on doing that as far as like predicting what the media was going to do. But whenever we were doing it, we were spot on. Like saying stuff 2 to 3 weeks before it happened. So we should have known this was coming. We should have known that even down to the NFL script writers with all of the unique games of Lions going against the Rams, those quarterbacks once. It is what it is. Sometimes this stuff kind of writes itself. but then they be forcing narratives as well. So this is another forced narrative on the Dallas Cowboys team where any negativity, they can draw all of Cowboys Nation out, but then also they're feeding those that aren't a part of Cowboys Nation. So, it's time to kind of let all that go. It's playoff mode. How many teams are in the playoffs?
14.
14.
How many fan bases don't have their teams in the playoffs?
Oh, you're trying to make us do math. 32 minus
math.
14. You're making us do math.
17, right? Simple math, 17, right? I think. No,
Yeah.
No.
18.
18. All right, 18.
18. I had to
Right.
catch myself.
So just look at it. Like, and all 18 of those fan bases have had people crapping on the Cowboys, and here they are on the ground looking up at where we are. And so as long as our guys keep advancing, the noise is going to keep getting louder. But then at a certain point, them nuts going to shrivel up.
Mm.
That nutcracker coming out. Shout out. Look at that. Even Cowboys blue, baby. Hey, you may not let it hang.
No doubt. No doubt.
We already know.
I mean, listen,
Yeah, I mean, my biggest worry with the Packers, I think Jordan Love has looked good this season, but Aaron Jones, he's picked up these last 3 weeks of the season. He's coming into the
He's the guy.
playoffs with momentum, and I mean, he's, the times he's played us, he's done very well. Some Aisha said on Twitter, I think just yesterday, she mentioned when we played them in Green Bay that Hankins had only been with us for about a week or two. And I think that's huge. I think now that we got Hankins, in the lineup, acclimated to the system, he's back healthy now. I think that's going to be huge for us. It's going to force Aaron Jones outside. We've been doing better with the outside tackles on the RBs. I think the Dolphins and Detroit were a good test for us. So I'm excited for them to rise to that challenge. Definitely.
Another thing also is that the health issues. When it comes to the Cowboys, we are a healthy team. This playoff, which
The
is
war of
big.
attrition.
Yeah, definitely healthy. With Green Bay, they will be missing some key players. Some big names. We're hearing like A.J. Dillon, the number 2 back. He may be out. He's doubtful right now. And Jair Alexander, situation with his ankle where he hasn't been practicing. So, when you look at those type of names where it's very hard to replace, like Jair Alexander, which is a guy in the secondary. So, at the end of the day, this Cowboys team, and they're going to be ready. This is a different team than the Green Bay history has played in the past. This team is locked and loaded. We got a good coach in Mike McCarthy who's definitely preparing these guys to do what they need to do. And at the end of the day, this team wants it more. They did not wear Carpi Armani's shirts beginning of training camp for no reason. They did not put on the music Many Man as McCarthy was his press conference. A lot of the stuff in the adversity they had gone through with this season, they have overcame and it's still landing on top. My God, we just talked about 9 All-Pros. We are number 2 seed. I mean, let's keep it real. With all the backlash they was getting from the beginning, look where they're at right now. This is big because they attacked it. They attacked it, and they will continue to attack it once we start the postseason come Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's just and expounding on the health, and we talk about this a lot. And look, right, it's kind of common knowledge, right? The war of attrition every year in the NFL is very real. It's very real, and you want teams that say the healthiest throughout are typically the teams that have an upper hand when it comes to the playoffs. And look, yes, obviously losing Diggs, man, huge blow. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. What did the Cowboys do? They insulated themselves. We went and got Gilmore. And then at times in the preseason, we talked about Jordan Lewis. Oh, you can save damn near $5 million on the cap. Move on. They didn't do that. They kept the depth that they needed, which is paid off in spades, if you will.
And he had a great game. Jordan Lewis had a great game last week.
Oh, yeah, he's turned it. Yeah, he's definitely turned up over the past 2-3 weeks, no doubt. Yeah, Donovan Wilson's coming along now.
Yeah.
You know, and then you lost LVE. It sucks, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think, and I don't have the actual numbers in front of me. I don't, and I haven't looked into it. But I'm like going into the playoffs. Everything that's in the playoffs right now. If we look at their open day roster to right now, I'm willing to bet the Cowboys are probably the only team that's only missing two starters from the open day roster. And we talk about the war of attrition. That
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
On top of how they built offensive line depth, and we've seen that play out throughout the season.
Yeah.
On top of having the cornerback depth, we're talking about safeties, whether it's Wanye Thomas, Mukwamu. They're not getting more reps. Well, it's so stacked depth wise, they can't get on the field. But what you watched the week before Washington, where we hurt? Okay, we didn't like Chuma maybe that last game. No cons.
Whew.
Break the class in case of emergency. We'll bring Lyle in. And then they said, go bring us Damian Wilson, a linebacker. Let's do that. So they insulated themselves. Not that you want them to play, but they insulated themselves in case they have to play. So from a point of attrition when it comes to this thing throughout a 17 game season, the Cowboys might quite possibly be the best team headed into the playoffs when we talk about that. And that stuff matters.
Yeah. No, I mean, I always say, at the beginning of the season, you know, typically, I mean, I think last year and the year before, we lost the first game of the season. And, everybody's like, you lost, you're looking to suck, blah, blah, blah. We won this year, obviously. But in general, my thought process is always like, you don't want to peak too early, like it's a long season. And, we didn't peak too early. It was frustrating those first 5-6 weeks where we didn't feel like they were calling the offense to its full potential. They weren't using the weapons that they could have used. A lot of things we wanted to see. And, but they came out and they gradually have improved, gotten better, and ended up having a great season. Obviously, 9 All Pros is amazing, and number 2 seed is amazing. So I think it's something to be said about peaking too early, getting healthy at the right time. It's great timing for us, definitely.
10-4.
Y'all want to know something that's crazy?
Toss me, Goose.
I know it's hard for Cowboys fans to really be confident. I get it. You don't want to get ahead of yourself. As a fan, forget that. You ain't on the team. You ain't playing. You're not a player that has to take it one game at a time. We like to say we, us. Really, it's them.
Mm-hmm.
We are the fan base that helps support them. We're the fan base where we want to be able to, shower and praise our guys. We don't want it to be where you see what's happening with the green team, where their players are.
Oh, they in shambles. I love it.
Glad that they're not playing at home because of what
Not
that whole atmosphere is like right now. But you got a good team in Dallas. Like, we're solid. Like, so what are we upset about? What are we fearful of? What are we scared of? Go ahead, talk your stuff right now. Like all year we've been talking about enjoy the ride. Well, I'm going to enjoy this ride. I'm not worried one bit about the Green Bay Packers. I ain't worried nothing. Nothing's worried me right now. So whenever I look at the Cowboys with this solid team that they have, I go, all right, let's look at some numbers. Right now, of all the teams in the whole entire playoff, you kind of look towards point differential every year that kind of helps show you if a team is really solid or not. Like, do they really have a chance to be a real contender? We've seen where, because of the way the format works out, like right now, the NFC South has been down for a couple of years. Their division winner seems to be the easy picking. Like, point differential wise, Tampa Bay, a 6-point differential for the whole year. That's as average of a team as you can get. Then the Rams. Everybody's scared of the Rams. Rams point differential is 27 for the season. You got the upstart Houston Texans. They're 24 points this year. Pittsburgh got in. Hey, they haven't had a losing season in forever. head
Right.
coach there, still hasn't had a losing season. Their point differential, -20.
Ooh,
So,
Jesus.
Cowboys fans going into this playoff, what you want to be one of those teams with that point differential, which means, you're barely getting by, you're barely winning games, you barely got into the playoffs, you maybe backed into the playoffs because all across the league, teams just aren't what they should be. Philadelphia Eagles, point differential, a whole 5.
Ooh.
Green Bay, our opponent, 33. Cleveland, 34. It's been the year of the backup quarterback. And we know that they have a great defense, so they're shutting people down, but yet the offense really isn't operating like you would want it. The best two teams when it comes to point differential are the Baltimore Ravens with 203 points, followed by your Dallas Cowboys with 194,
Ooh.
and then those guys out west, Santa Clara, with 193.
Ooh.
No other teams come close. So when you're talking about walking into this playoff, being very confident in what your team can do, be confident in your Dallas Cowboys. You ain't got nothing to fear. So then you look at also points allowed. Your Dallas Cowboys is one of the only teams that are successful overall as a team defense and not allowing points to be put up on them. Also, are we a turnover machine like we once were a couple of years ago? That was the whole thing coming into this season was Dak's a turnover machine. He's a turnover waiting to happen. If something bad's going to happen, it's going to happen to the Dallas Cowboys. Turnover wise, we're the best team in all of the National Football League. So, where's that storyline go? If you really want to win a Super Bowl, you got to be a disciplined enough team not to lose that turnover battle. Dallas is doing great in the turnover battle. And then, by God, after not turning the ball over, you better do something when you got the rock.
Yeah.
And what do we have right now?
Got a
What about
all
our
pro.
quarterback?
Got an all pro QB.
And what do we have calling as a play caller?
Super Bowl head coach.
Super Bowl play caller even.
Yeah.
And what do we have with the offensive line?
Hey
All
yo.
pro. All pro left
Hey, yo.
guard.
Me.
All pro white guard.
Hey yo.
What do we
Real
have
pros.
in a young tight end?
Hey.
A
Hey.
beast.
Or do you?
Hey.
Got the wide
Hey.
receiver too that everybody said was too old. That
Ooh.
wouldn't be a difference maker whenever we gave up a measly 4th-round pick to Houston. He
Yep.
too old. He ain't got it no more. How many teams has he been on? What about the guy who is the true number one? What did they say about him? Slot.
Wait.
Slot boy.
Are you sure he's a true number one? I mean, I know he's first team all pro.
I
Is
forgot.
he a true number one? I mean,
Slot.
49 out of 50 votes. I don't know who that one person was. He's
He's an Eagles fan,
he's
definitely.
got to be an Eagles. I don't know. 49 out of 50. I don't know.
The same guy who's leading the NFL in wide receiver numbers, huh? Leading receiver? Wow.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
He's
like
leading wide receiver.
I don't really feel like I have a whole lot to contribute, other than I'm confident. I'm at a 10. I've enjoyed the ride. I'm going to continue to enjoy the ride. Now it's time to let it all hang out. Now
Let it
it's
hang.
time to bust them. You know what? It's time for beat balls to the wall. All of that. So
Yep.
we good. We good.
I believe it.
We
We are
good. Have
good.
confidence, Cowboys fans.
Hey, you
not gonna suck it.
endured the ride, right?
Yeah.
To get here.
Thank you.
And you endured the ride up the Hey, my guy Salute, what's up?
You already know. Go Cowboys.
It's up and it's stuck. Neither here nor there though. You endured the ride to get here. That's what you did. You endured the ride to get here. The ups and downs, the in-betweens, and the whole nine. This only ends one of two ways. Either you hit your head on the goalpost and you win the Super Bowl, and it's over. That's it.
Only one team gonna win it.
That's it. So at the end of the day, Whenever you have a all-pro quarterback, all-pro wide receiver, all-pro offensive lineman, all-pro edge, whatever we want to call him,
We don't know what
difference
he
maker on
is.
defense, whatever you want to call him, all-pro corner. Like, man, what are we doing? If you're scared to go to church, I told you, I put the tweet out today. Hey, scary time is over. The
Yeah.
rest of the weekend, it's up and it's stuck for me.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's different. The Garrett fingerprints from his coaching staff are gone. We watched this team, and we talked about it on this channel. Dom, Spoon, Mary, early. We're like, we've seen this team
Mhm.
come out hot and then fade. Shout out to the Eagles. This team had to go through some things and then figured it out. That's what we've been wanting. Get out
Yeah.
there on the track, figured out the right ways. That's what you wanted to see happen. And you've arrived at that moment. Man, walk with your guy Knicks for a second. I'll be a little long with it. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me for a second, if you will. Oh, let me get this. I'm with you. Let me get a sip here. You know, when we get to these playoffs, if I'm wrong, Don, Mary, jump in and stop me if I'm wrong at any point what I'm about to say. What they say is, you know, when you get to the playoffs, you gotta have a difference maker at the QB position. That's what they say. You gotta have a guy that does something for you. He's gotta move the needle. That's what he has to do, right? That's what he's gotta do. Now, I understand some of the talking heads tell you, well, Dak's only this good this year because quarterback plays down around the league.
Mm-hmm.
A bullshit. Bullshit. 30 led the league in touchdown passes, almost 40 of them. I swear to God, I wish he would have said I wouldn't have 10 interceptions. What he said was, I won't have as many interceptions as last year. Proof is in the pudding. You had a quarterback that's been a great leader.
Yep.
Then you got a play caller / head coach that empowered him to be that. Let's go all the way back. Receipt time, ladies and gentlemen. Receipt time.
Mm.
In training camp, Mike McCarthy came out here and told y'all, he said it. I don't want to be known as a prolific, whatever, play caller. What I want is a Hall of Fame, all pro quarterback to command the huddle and run this offense. Is Dak Prescott at all pro?
I think
Shout
he is.
out to shout out to Shady McCoy real quick. Shout out to Shady McCoy real quick. All pro, led the league in all these different metrics we just talked about.
Yep.
Mike McCarthy told us in training camp what he wanted. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And you watched it happen. No disrespect to what Dak has been prior, other coach staffs or coordinators. None of that. I didn't say none of that. No, back to the 14, 16 years, whatever the case may be. That's why it's different. Because you empowered the guy to be the guy, and he walked through the door. There's a reason why. Y'all know me. I've been to the table since McCarthy showed up, and I was in a very small class of McCarthy is him, man. This is great. This is who we need. You feel me? It's a pushback. And the Spoon was in spaces. Dom was in. I'll convert one person between the space. So every once I convert a person over. The whole nine. The track record matters. It matters. Look at McCarthy quarterback track record. And I said it's easy to say. Well, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Brett Favre. But he did make Brett Favre better. But I said, go down to New Orleans. See what he did with Aaron Brooks. Guess what? Y'all can say whatever y'all want to about Aaron Rodgers, and that's fine, however they fell out, whatever the case may be. Aaron Rodgers isn't Aaron Rodgers without Mike McCarthy. So whenever Kellen Moore was exiting the building and there was this mass hysteria at times, I'm like, cool, we all were. Not just me. Let me be very clear. We all in the space was like, God bless him. I think he'll be a better coach. Hey, it's cool. The time it came, if you want that to go to a different level, it was time for McCarthy. That's his calling card. Now, Kellen got Justin Herbert. We saw what happened over there. Neither here nor there. Whatever. What do we watch from Dak Prescott when Mike McCarthy is in? And let me give you the simply put. Don't trust me. I tell everybody. I'll give you a different side. Don't trust me. Go to the sounds from the sidelines of the Washington game. And in that, there's a small little clip there prior to the game where McCarthy's talking to Dak.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "What are you thinking? Left hash, right hash? Hey,
Yeah.
win here, win there. Where do we need the ball this way?" He's tuned in. He's tuned into that shit. He's tuned into it already. Pause. That's great. Let's dial it all back. It's receipt season for a second. Let's run it back. Let's go back to training camp. All of a sudden we heard, hey, let's talk about Dak's fleet, his drops. 3, 5, 7. Hey, wide receivers, he's doing this, be here. He's doing that, be there. We ain't never heard that with Kellen Moore. And I dare anybody to give me a clip of Kellen Moore pregame to Dak, right hash, left hash, win this way. Hey, where do you want the ball? Man, those things matter.
What Cat Williams say? What Cat Williams say? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Man, this is why you go do what you do and you empower this guy, Mike McCarthy, to be that guy, because there's not been a quarter dial up his history. He got Matt Flynn paid to be the starter in Seattle, and he never started.
Aaron Brooks.
Now, Matt Flynn did beat us stuff here to there.
Oh yeah.
Quiet.
Mhm.
Yeah, throw that away. But again, I'll say it again, Spoon. Say it again, Spoon.
Aaron Brooks with the Saints, but he was a coordinator over there.
Aaron, right.
Yeah.
Right, bro. This is Mike McCarthy's calling card.
Yeah.
We know who Dak has been and how he moves, but there was a different level because of different coaching. And we saw that happen in real time this year. And now we enter the playoffs. Y'all want to be scared? Come on, man. Salute to Jordan Love. Salute to what they're doing. They're a year ahead. I mean, we had my guy Crab Dragon on, and we did the crossover space with the Packers fans. And they'll tell you, the real ones will tell you, they're a year ahead of schedule. It is good for them. It's great, man. It's different. It's different right now where Dak is playing. Going back, I told you it's gonna be long-winded. I'm sorry, but time it from the very beginning to the front. They tell y'all all the time, gotta have a quarterback that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
But you have one now. Not that I could never make this before, but the way it's happened this season, you have one now. And what's happening? He should win the MVP. He won't. And I understand why they're going to give it to Lamar, but he should win the MVP. Star Text is real. Neither here nor there. But these are the reasons why how the Cowboys, if you enjoyed the ride, as we always talk about here, of why you should be where you are. I'm getting my Spoonie sermon a little too much here. I'm sorry.
I wanted to add on to what you were saying about the relationship between Mike McCarthy and Dak, because Dak also worded that him and McCarthy meet about every Thursdays, where they have time to study film and Dak has said that he has stated that much into him where he's being basically like a teaching about family figure X, Y, and Z. They talk football. They just want to be on the same page. And not to bring up Aaron Rodgers' situation X, Y, and Z, but at the end of the day, you don't hear too much of that from a quarterback and a head coach about that type of relationship they have. And it's definitely benefited how Dak Prescott is today. And hats off to both of them. They both have the same desire to hold up that trophy come February. I hold my stuff.
Yeah, no, big thanks. So again, it's just where we're at. This is where we are, and what the team is. And of course, Mary, for those that remember, we lit the candle for CD Lamb. For those that were in the draft content, we lit the candle for CD Lamb. Mary is.
It's lit.
Let's go. Let's go. Our emojis in the comment section. The candle's already lit on Friday. Light it up in the comment section. It's lit again. Hey, like if you're scared to go to church, man. Yeah, if you're scared to go to church, man. This team is built the right way, and just in general, just the progress of what's happening here is. I just don't understand the negative side, the baggage, non-baggage, whatever the case, man. Hey, Dak is there now. And he's always been there, but he's empowered now, I should say.
You know what it is, DJ? A lot of us, I know us in here, maybe some of the viewers who's with us today. We moved on from that old administration with Gavin and them. We moved on. We understand there's a difference between this team, this roster compared to the old roster. We understand that this is a whole new team. Some people don't. Some people figure, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that, and that's because of that could be very well because of the information you guys are receiving time to time from the negativity from the national media. Understand this. This team is real. Dom just put it out there and said with numbers. Numbers, we didn't have to solve them. He basically asked and he told us. At the end of the day, he just gave you a story. Me and Miss Mary have put in, some input on it when it comes down to why you believe in this team. Those are all clear-cut facts and evidence. If you don't believe in this team, it's because you never believed in this Cowboys team from the get-go. You never changed. You're still in the past. We're trying to help you join us on this journey where we are right now, at the present time. This team is for real. It's been a long time, but if you wasn't here during the 90s, trust and believe. I could say this. I know BJ, Dom, Miss Mary could say this, and others out here who are old school. This is the closest feeling we ever had from the 90s team to this team we have today. No other team after that 90s team is like this team. So at the end of the day, when it boils down to it, we're going where we need to go.
Right.
We're going where we want to go. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll put the cap here on Rain Dakota Prescott, and I brought this up a couple times this week, and I want to bring it up here as well. I think it's very amazing in the missed opportunity here in media in general, because I haven't heard anybody. If somebody else has said this thing, then so be it. I haven't heard anybody else say this and talk about it. I want to bring it up here so it's on record. I've said it in the spaces a couple times throughout this week and last week. I just find it funny, and this is how I know the star text is real. And if I'm wrong, please let me know. You've never seen a quarterback suffer a catastrophic injury the way that Dak did. And then we can kind of name some of the quarterbacks, right? We can talk about Alex Smith that we went through, and God bless him, he came back, he was able to play. Not the level, but he came back and played well.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about Joe Theismann, right? I mean, we can talk about that. You've never seen a quarterback take the type of injury that Rain Dakota Prescott took to come back and play at an all-pro level.
Mm-hmm.
You just haven't. And it speaks to who he is as a man and as a football player, right?
Yeah.
You know the man anyways. But as a football player, to go through compound fracture, dislocated the whole nine, and come back. And it's not even just about this season, right? We can all-pro, that's great. But we've seen how he's played throughout. We know the interceptions or whatever, but we kind of also understand how those came about. But neither here nor there. To watch him go from that injury to come to this point, you've just never seen it.
Yeah.
And somebody tried to tell me, oh, well, Tom Brady had which I'm like, yeah, well, so did Joe Burrow, so did this guy. I mean, that's not a catastrophic injury.
Yeah.
It's terrible. You don't like to see it. But you have not seen that type of very, very ugly, terrible injury of a quarterback to come back and not only just play and throw the ball and do what he's doing, he's running still. He's doing those things. And nobody ever mentions that when they talk about Rain Dakota Prescott in post-injury, how he's played throughout that time afterwards, but even more so in the All-Pro year this year. And I think it's egregious.
No, I 1,000% agree. It's crazy. We hear so much about other players' injuries, and when they come back, and remember this injury, and look how he's playing now that he's back, or they get excuses when they are injured, and it's like, well, he was injured, that's why his stats were bad, and all this, like kind of what they're doing for Jalen now, like, he hasn't been healthy, that's why they're struggling, and all this other stuff. Dak has never got any of those excuses, and he's never got any acknowledgement at all for the way he was able to work his way back after that.
But Mary. Jalen's gone to places and been to heights and accolades in just 3 years, where Dak has had 8.
Oh gosh.
25, under whatever, and Dak is 30. I mean, he's had 8 years.
That is the consensus now. That is everything now. If what I think he's going to continue to strive, and everything he does is going to be, well, it took him long enough. It took him long enough, and it's like it's a lose-lose for him. But thankfully, he just doesn't seem to give a damn. So I love that for him.
The sad part is that he got more praise when he got injured. I mean, my God, and not to bring it up, at the time when he got injured on the field, the tweets from star athletes not in the NFL. I mean, he has gotten so much love during that injury, how much praise, and we see other guys get hurt, you don't really see that, but for him, it was out there. You know what I'm saying? He comes back last year, like Miss Mary said. He had the injury. He threw the interception, and he's never gotten that treatment where, well, let's give it a chance. Just like some people were saying, well, this offense, that team offense, it takes time. It don't work overnight. Well, what about the Cowboys? He was going through that also as well, a brand new offense, but that was never talked about. It was basically the same old Cowboys. They're struggling, X, Y, and Z. Once some of these high-paying quarterbacks who signed big contract this year pretty much escaped with the interception numbers, and that's not even near their numbers, not even top 10. Oh, we can't talk about that no more because that's not involved in it. But anything that good that Dak's involved in it, we're gonna belittle him because of X, Y, and Z. So and my thing is, in the past, I recall Aaron Rodgers winning MVP. I don't recall the Green Bay being number 1 seed. I recall them winning from the wild card.
Yeah.
See, so it's like the goalpost moves, whatever, and Dak Prescott's numbers, it just is good as Mahomes last year, who won the MVP. Lamar's numbers not as good, but see, here's the kicker. They beat the 49ers. They beat the Eagles. So it's like he's getting credit because I don't think Lamar plays defense as well. He plays one position. Don't get me wrong. He had a lot to do with those W's, but he doesn't play two sides of the ball. That's more of a team situation. So, again, when it comes to this Cowboys team, they're going to keep moving the ball, keep moving, and that's fine because there's something you can't move. There's one thing you can't move. There's one thing you cannot stop this team from accomplishing. You can't. So when they accomplish it, you have to talk about it. You got to present it the right way. And guess what? That's the only thing this team cares about. They don't care about the MVP. They don't care about the acknowledgement of the All-Pros X, Y, and Z as much. If they find disrespectful, you're gonna utilize their anger on the field and do what they need to do. At the end of the day, we understand this stuff. It's like Mary said earlier. We can beat Green Bay, blow them out. Oh, it's just the Packers. But wait a minute, y'all was just talking like BJ said, the youngest team in the league. Watch out for them. Now there's nobody. That's fine. We don't care about that. Feed us the next opponent. Who is going to be? Would it be the Rams? Would it be the Lions? Would it be Philly? Would it be Tampa? That's all we want to know. Whoever comes in our doorstep, if you don't take up your damn shoes and respect our house, we're going to throw you all over the floor, throw your ass out, move on to the next, and guess what? We either going to visit the next opponent or the football gods can bless us. The third team will visit us.
And Nick, Nick, so before I know you're probably getting ready to segue and
no, you good. Go ahead.
Ride us on out soon or what? I don't know, but because I got all night.
All right.
I can't let it go because you did just throw some out, and I know how certain people like to pick, and so some people go, okay, yeah, Nick's your thought was there, and then they may go, oh, but hold on, wait a minute. But it still goes to your point, your overall point. There have been two quarterbacks who had some pretty tough injuries that they had to overcome, and then their career after was still there, and there was greatness. But that's the part. They don't want to mention that though, They don't want to mention Dak Prescott with those two cats. 'Cause those two
Mhm.
cats are all-time greats. Those two cats, Hall of Fame great. And it's what I've always said. And this kind of even goes down to this upcoming off season when the season's over and the Cowboys hopefully have hoisted the Super Bowl trophy and we're celebrating as fans and we're looking at the way they're going to construct this new roster for 24 and beyond. When Dak gets his extension and or when the talks are there, fans are decide. But he's going to be 31 years old. That's an old quarterback. Put that all together. There's been two great quarterbacks who suffered terrible injuries that have gone on to then win Super Bowls, be all-time greats. One by the name of Drew Brees. Go
Shoulder.
look at Drew Brees' numbers. Even well after the shoulder, leaving the Chargers, going to the Saints. We all know that. But Drew Brees, pre 30 years old, wasn't good as Drew Brees statistically post 30 years old. Go look at his the statistical highs, and then also look when he won that Super Bowl in his 30s. My secondary team that I follow, Peyton Manning. Go look at his 20s. Then go look at his 30s. He didn't win now Super Bowl in his 20s. He won it at 30 and 37 years old. Peyton Manning, in fact, had his greatest statistical season as a 37-year-old, having left the Colts because of the neck. And we know that Peyton was a shell of himself that last year.
Last year,
But still, 37-year-old Peyton throwing dimes and just blew the league out of the water. And both of those quarterbacks said something that was very important along the way. I may not have it physically like I once did in my 20s, but in the 30s, it was all about the cerebral part of the game. And when you look at the history of NFL quarterbacks that have been able to be blessed enough to reach a third contract, they're still able to ball. If you have a quarterback that's even able to reach that second, and you've seen the height of their career and how well they've produced, you already know what you got. So all this ping ponging back and forth about who Dak Prescott is, where his name should be amongst the best of today's game, and where he sits this year, you got an all-pro quarterback in Dak. He started his year being what? What was he? What accolade did he get
Walter Payton.
as a rookie?
Rookie of the year.
So, but he's had to go through some highs and some lows.
Right.
We've seen what he's gone through just being a quarterback of the most difficult franchise to be a quarterback of. We've seen him have injuries. We've seen him come back from that. We've seen him have a shoddy offensive line. We've seen where he's had stretches where he had no receivers to really throw to that were worth even being a number 3 on any other team's franchise. He's been through it all. Now, look at the guy from the other green team that all we say is, we don't hate on Jalen. I don't personally hate on Jalen. I don't dislike Jalen. I think he's a fantastic human being. I think he's actually a great talent. But what do we always say? Calm down a bit. Let's go through some true adversity when the rock is now in his hands and everybody's all looking at him. Last year, magical season. Going into that year, nobody was all guns a-blazing towards the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. But then you get paid. What comes with that? Now, all of the expectations. What comes with that? Going into the season, y'all the ones who look like you had 9 all-pros on your team. When we talked about roster for roster, player for player, unit for unit, who had the best, I'm sitting right here, I conceded it and said, Philly got the better roster. They got a better one than San Francisco. It's the two of them up against each other for the best rosters across the league. But then the old adversity hit. Still got the best offensive line in the game, and somehow y'all still got adversity over there on that team.
Mhm.
And how well are you taking it? Deactivating accounts. How well are you taking it? Telling your fan base you're glad y'all are on the road because you don't want to be booed at home.
Oh,
That
So
was a great one.
100%.
I don't really care what anybody say about Dak, number 4, best quarterback in the league right now.
Yep.
We have a good to great quarterback.
Yep.
I don't care about stacking him amongst the greatest that ever played. I just got to stack him against the guys he's going with and against right now.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so when you
So,
have a guy like that leading your team, you have a chance.
Mhm.
So we
Yeah.
just pray by putting that candle up.
Yep.
And we just came out of the season where Black Santa brought us all
I mean,
types of gifts,
I have this, and I'm sorry.
Damn, y'all got
Sorry.
multicultural,
Kettle.
multicultural, and we no longer have a bus driver and Dak,
Yeah.
game manager and Dak. We have the greatest version of Dak. So all I gotta say is
We have a
Cowboys Nation, Pick Six Nation,
yeah,
be confident.
we have Optimus
Be cool.
Prime at quarterback.
Yeah. So
We
as
got
we
Diesel.
what games are tomorrow? We get to go and watch and sit. A couple of nice little games. I hear there's all this controversy about weather and
Chiefs and Dolphins
Yeah,
and
minus
negative
30
30.
degree.
yeah.
Uh,
And
I think
everybody
the
talking about
Texans and Cleveland play tomorrow too.
Yeah, AFC tomorrow.
go enjoy those. Just be
Yeah.
comfortable, be relaxed, get some chicken wings, get your little drink,
there you go.
kick up, relax. I mean, we good.
Yeah.
We good. We good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, and I mean, even to that point, right? And Dak and bus driver, whatever. One of the things was, well, you gotta have a heavy run game and play action, and that's how he succeeds. Look at the stats this year.
Yeah.
No, sir, not him. He's back there dissecting and dotting things. It's just indifferent. So yeah, man. I mean, when you have that kind of guy behind the helm, I mean, you get there. You know, on top of everything else that's built around them, and again, this organization said immediately, "Oh, how did we lose that game in San Francisco last year? We had number 2. All right, let's go get Brandon Cooks. We need another cornerback. Hey, let's go over here and
Yeah.
get Mr. Gilly." And it's paid dividends. It just is what it is. So, like the PTSD or the post traumatic Garrett syndrome or whatever the case may be, get up out of here, man.
Boo, Rotten
Yeah,
Tomatoes. Boo.
yeah, tomato,
Yeah.
tomato. Yeah, we're not, man. Get that up out of here, man. That don't matter right now. It just doesn't. And your quarterback, who's been very good throughout his career, you've watched him in real time take another step,
Killing it.
and you should be excited about that moving into this game come Sunday at 3:30. Just
Hate 'em.
stoic as butts about it, man. Look, I said, scary money don't make money. I put that tweet. I was like, hey, man, I'm
Facts.
through with the scary talk. I'm through with the scary talk. If you scared, hey, move around. Don't be around me. I don't want that energy.
Yeah.
You know, again, 2 straight wins, 4 to win 6, 2 plus 4 is 6. Hey, we on roll. And shout out to RJ Ocha. I'm in my RJ bag right now for blocking the boys. I'm using numbers here to make it make sense, if you will. So yeah, you look, low key, quickly. Jordan Love, fantastic season. Looks like they found their guy. Ecstatic for that organization.
Yeah.
Cowboys stop Aaron Jones. This shit's a wrap.
Come on.
Stop Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. I mean, it's just really a Joe Brady. Go look up and everything he's got going and cooking defensively. Go do what you got to do and move forward. There's nothing that I'm concerned about with this team when it comes to the opposite side of the ball, and especially while we talked about we banged the hammer here. We banged it. We knocked on wood hard. Go get the 2 seed. Go be the number 2 seed. Forget that 5th seed, whatever. Be at home because this team is different at home.
Yeah.
And somebody posted up earlier, and I put it. I think we're plus 172, or what you said earlier. I'm sorry, I forgot what the number
Who
was.
you are.
Yeah, I mean we are who we are, and walk through the door and go from there.
Yeah.
Score predictions. I know I saw the chat already doing that, but we haven't done it.
Yeah. Well, and of course the line is 7.5. 7.5 is the line. Mary, are the Cowboys covering? What's the score? What you got?
I don't have an actual score, but I will say that I do think we will win comfortably. I do think we'll win by double digits, so at least 10 points.
Okay, covering. All right, Dom, you got a score for me?
Let me give you 31-17.
Ooh, I like that.
31-17. All right, Spoonie.
35-14.
35-14. Okay.
They like to play bend don't break. I think Dak's gonna be very patient. I think this is an opportunity, and I was on a space in a show that a particular space that had me over and asked me who's my. Well, hold on, I'll bend back. I don't want to do that. I want to let y'all give y'all. Well, no, I'm gonna do it. Never mind. They said, "Hey, give us the offensive defensive player." And I said, "Tony Paul is my offensive guy."
Ooh,
I
interesting.
did say that because I think that's how they're going to play. I think it's going to play. And again, you look at the numbers. They're 27th against the run, not versus the pass. And I think absolutely, especially if Alexander's out, if Jerry Alexander's not playing, they're going to double down back here. They're not going to load the box. You got to go eat.
Yeah.
You got to go eat. You know what I mean? So I like it, but I think that's going to eat up a little bit of time, different things in that realm. I think the Cowboys win the game 27-10.
Ooh,
27.
I like all these scores.
I think it's where the Cowboys are just because of how the games are going to kind of transpire a little bit. Be very, very assertive in the red zone. 27-10 for me is where I'm going to lay down there. Now, hey, like I'll take a 40 burger though, Spoon. I will take a 40 burger, but
Me
I'm going
too.
27-10. I think they control the game.
Yeah.
Just made me think of. So my defensive player is Donovan Wilson, been able to help in the box.
Yeah.
Helping in the box. And then my offensive player is Ferg. I still think.
Oh yeah,
I still think the Dak Lamb connection is going to still be there, but outside of Lamb, it's Ferguson. For the same reasons you're thinking that it would be Pollard trying to get off. I think Ferg.
I'm with you, Eddie, with that 37-17. Mary, offensive defensive player for you?
Whew. D-Law, defensive player.
Okay, I like it.
Offense, I'm gonna have to agree with Ferguson. I've been thinking a lot about him for this game. I think this is a good game for him to go off.
Okay, Spoon, give me your offensive defensive player.
Offensive play is going to be, in my opinion, going to be Ferguson, and my defensive guy is going to be Damone Clark.
Ooh, Damone is sending a little bit.
Yeah,
run game. I feel that.
Washington game was very solid. I think they're going to try to use their running game, and I think Damone Clark is going to be in there to stick it in and play his part.
Ooh, pause. Stick it in. Pause.
That's what she said.
I had to slide it in. I mean, just from a guy. I had to slide it in. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we got offensive defensive players. We've banged the table. We've given you scores. Everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the follow. The whole nine. Free 99 to share it with a friend. But this is why you stick around. We muted. We muted old Spoon last week. Hey, week 17, 18 pause. Save that energy. Because we need the wild card playoff edition. The playoff edition of the Spoonie sermon. That's what we needed. and we're here now. Go ahead, Swoon. Yeah. There you go. Get it right.
Oh,
All right, Tony, the floor is yours.
Cowboy Nation. 9 All-Pros. 9 All-Pros. Dallas Cowboys NFC East champions. Dallas Cowboys number 2 seed. Jimmy Johnson, Ring of Honor. You know, if we go back in time, there was a lot of doubt about this Dallas Cowboys team. Players. You got Dak Prescott. Oh, interception leader. He's ass. He's this. He's that. All pro. CeeDee Lamb. Oh, he's a slot receiver. That's all he can do. You got some fan bases now saying, well, maybe we should utilize our receiver like CeeDee Lamb, like the way the Cowboys are doing, right? You know, we hear things about, what about our special teams? Well, we got a kicker and a punter, Pro Bowl and All Pros. Let me keep on going. The accomplishments that this team has gotten to this day, they were doubted all the way in the beginning. Whether it's the media or some of these fake-ass Cowboy fans who are trying to come back to fill out that bandwagon sheet. Now, I'm going to say this respectfully. To all you guys out there who filled out a Dallas Cowboys bandwagon sheet, I'm sorry to tell you, it will be postponed until after the Super Bowl, until after my brothers and sisters out there in Cowboy Nation. I'm talking about whether it's my brother Mendoza, TC, Stephen White, Roberts, Bruce, Aaron, Jack Mika, Joseph Sandberg, Marvel in the group, Sam Ghostwriter, Uber, Miss Mel, Armchair Champion, these dedicated fans who are here with us today. After we finish celebrating, after we finish dominating, that's when the fucking time we will review your applications. So until further notice, your ass stays in the back with all the haters, all you national medias out there who want to come on into the show and kiss our fucking ass and now put some representation on the Cowboys. Now you want to come out and say they are the biggest threat in the NFC. You see, here's the thing, y'all. We know the facts. The truth of the matter is, we've been listening to all the bullshit. All of it. The bullshit is no more. This train right here that we on top of right now, we're going to be riding high. It ain't going to stop. We will dominate. We're going to celebrate. We're going to see BJ Nix out there with his Corona at the DJ table, getting that shit on. We're going to see Deacon Dom in the corner with his cola, doing the Harlem Shake, doing his thing in that corner. We're going to see Miss Mary jumping on top of tables, fucking every table up, say, hey, get me another motherfucking table. The Cowboys are the champs. Understand that we're going to see our brother who's not here with us, but we know he's with us in spirit. And I'm talking about Professor O. You put on the Ice Cube music. You put on, it's a good day. Oh, he's going to rock the fucking house. Trust what I believe in. Hashtag understand this. If you've never been down with the Cowboys since day one, you lead the fucking train. You don't get on. No metro cars, no tokens, nothing's allowed. This ride is for us. It's for us in this panel. It's from us who we've been supporting since day one. We deserve it. We earned it. Let's rock the fucking house. Dallas Cowboys, we're going to dominate. We're going to celebrate all through motherfucking February. Take over social media. Take over Facebook. Take over Twitter. And we're going to Get these motherfuckers riled up because we are America's team, as Jimmy Johnson was saying. How about them fucking Cowboys?
Hey, how about them? Hey, how about them? How about them? Man, hey, there it is. Man sees everything, aka Carpe Omnia. Man sees everything. Y'all know the drill. I'm low key though. I'm super mad. Let me tell you why I'm mad real quick. Man, we should have had the sees everything handshake from week one on. I'm mad we just got it right now, man. We should have had that all damn year.
Yep.
That gumming. We should have had it all year. But neither here nor there. We are here now. We have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Man, boy, our here we are. As we're getting to the end, Mary Spoon, Dom, into our fifth season of doing this thing, 3 straight years into the playoffs. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And here we are with everything in front of us to watch and ride with it. Man, don't be scared, ladies and gentlemen. My last word, my last word is, man, don't be scared. It only ends in one of two ways. You've been along for the ride, ups and downs in between. Troll got your opportunity to say your piece, whatever. Number two seed, you're 12-5 for the third straight season. Y'all tuned into the, and of course, y'all tuned into the when we did the preseason show. I told you I would be 12-5. Look, I got a tweet from May. It literally says the Cowboys will be in the NFC Championship game. So we're going to be at. Way back then, it's out there. It's time set. I had said bookmark it. I'm there. And we're here now. We enjoyed the ride. It ends in one of two ways. Either hit your head on the goalpost to win the Super Bowl, or your season's snap like Thanos and you up out of here. Man, enjoy this time. This is why you're here. This is why it's fun. Don't be scared. Man, talk your junk and enjoy it. Don't be scary in the corner, then try to jump up, as Spoon just so eloquently put, with a lot of different verbiage, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I say after every win in the post game spaces, go out here and be. Look, you're gonna be called arrogant. We don't like you. Y'all are stupid.
I
Cowboys
don't
fans.
care.
Yeah, we got that. Be that through the playoffs until it's over. Because guess
They
what? Nobody
don't.
gonna care once it's over any damn
Whew.
ways, and you move on.
They don't
Salute
want to
to
know
y'all,
me if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. They gonna be.
Mary.
They don't want to know me at all.
Mary, it's gonna be a whole ass problem because if we win the Super Bowl, we'll talk about it later. There's things that will happen.
21 years old.
Okay, neither
Right
here
now.
nor there.
Y'all better
If y'all,
watch out for Stephen Jones. You better watch out for
hey, that's
Stephen.
hey.
You ain't.
Hold on. Look, y'all see this?
We almost made it one
There,
episode
there,
without it.
there could be some video out there
Whew,
of me, Spoonie, and Mary after back in what was that 21 after we beat
the
the
Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah, there might be some video out there on top of tables. There's some
Drunk, talking in
I
the camera, slurring
yeah,
words.
we might have been a little extra, Mary, before and after. We might have been. I don't know. I'm just saying. Look, here's the problem. Spoonie's got all the receipts on that. I know you don't. But Spoonie has
I got them
all
all.
that. However, what we do know is if it goes down, Mary, those receipts won't matter because we're going to make new receipts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll share this with y'all.
And a whole lot of them.
Yep.
I'll say this.
And I'm gonna have no regrets.
If you look at the receipts one by one, this is your expression. Oh my! Did he? No. What do you? Hell, what do you? Oh, it was a whole lot of that. So all I know is if it's confetti and it's celebration, listen, I'm 21 years old.
Oh yeah.
So I got
Ain't tell
this
me
at
nothing.
21.
Ain't tell me nothing.
Most
I'm acting
certainly.
like I was on the field and I won. I'm acting like I played in the game.
Hey, look, we're gonna pop bottles. I don't care. We're just gonna pop bottles, and whoever gets wet. Hey, when it rains, you get wet. I don't know what to tell y'all. I mean, it's just gonna happen. You know what I mean? Neither here nor there as we wrap this thing, man. Salute everybody that rocked with us this year, as always, and everybody in the chat tonight, man. Y'all brought the heat for sure. We appreciate y'all. Mariel, your last word for tonight before we get up out of here. I'm gonna spin the block.
Well, Cowboys just need to go out there and beat the Cowboys that got 9-0 pros. Don't tuck it, let it hang, unload the clip, all that. And let's get 6.
There you go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I've been waiting 3 fucking years for that. Yes. There you go.
We finally got this.
There you go.
Yeah, dumb it, we got
Oh yeah.
Dom, your last word for tonight, good sir.
I feel like I'm y'all's Joe Witt, and y'all are all DQ up in the booth. Because I don't think some people realize how special moment that was just then. So mine is always enjoy the ride. We in here. We here. Enjoy it.
We arrived. Hey, hold on, real quick, Jack. There's something that look from a young man. I did this as an older man. I just do it out of habit. There's something in my back pocket consistently. You know what it's called, Jack? Bail money. Bail money stays on me 24/7, 365. Spoonie, go right ahead, man. Your last word, my guy.
Listen, we are one under the star. Let's ride it together.
Bob Jones in
Let's
the building.
dominate
What's up, guys?
together. We're gonna celebrate together. Cowboy Nation, let's go.
Yeah, man. No offense or buts about it, man. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the playoffs. Very cold for us here in East Texas. Arctic blast. I know some other people around there are going through some of those things as well too. No matter what, be safe. Right. Number one, be safe in this weather. No matter where you are, -30 out there for camp. Like them play the game out there is amazing to me in this time and era. But neither here nor there. I will be sipping hot cocoa tomorrow in this room right here. Like, ooh, it looks so cold. I'm just gonna sip it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Not even coffee. I said hot cocoa. Not even coffee. I'm supposed to say hot cocoa. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm like, ooh, it looks so cold out there. Neither here nor there. But the time is upon us, man. And of course, as we're always big and dumb, just came back to it, man. Enjoy the ride. The ride is here. We got when you ride a roller coaster, right? We got to the right now. We're at the top.
Yeah.
Sunday, it falls, hands up, and let's go, right? I mean, this is where it is. So, suits everybody. Hopefully, your New Year's is going fantastic. We're doing some flu around here. If you got some issues, man, prayers up, do your thing. No offense or buts about it. And of course, PSF Sunday, I will be live over there, live reacting to the game. If you miss it, it's definitely different over there. And then, of course, we'll have a post game space as well. And then we circle the block. We might look after the dub, and I did say after the dub. I think we might do 2 shows next week. We need a post. We need something to celebrate, and then one for Friday to get ready for over facing this. So we might hit y'all 2 times this week for sure. But enjoy your weekend. Be blessed. No matter what, it is unequivocally always forward. Peace.